Hey everybody, so this is kind of a going away present from me and a went away present from him. I couldn't help but feel bad when some of you said you wanted to learn how to do lights, and I never really had time to teach you how to do lights. But, so here I'm with my buddy Flynn here, and we're going to show you how to do lights to the best of our abilities without being at the light board. And if we do a good job, some of you won't even know who we are. This will go on for so long, hopefully you don't know who we are. Some of you probably don't even know this guy, but he was Lights Guy before me.
Yeah.
But, so what we've got here, going on is I've just got pictures of our lights and of our light board. And to the best of my abilities, I am going to show you kind of the basics of how to do some basic light stuff. So first off, we're going to start with positioning lights.
This is fun, trust me.
Start simple. Over here, you'll see your little turn dial. First, you loosen that up, so if you're moving it around. To move it around, you can't just turn it. You're going to have to rotate it and turn it. So if you want to move left, you'd be moving counterclockwise to... Yeah, that'd be counterclockwise to move it to the left and clockwise to move it to the right. And then
make sure you don't get it tangled up on the cord in the back, because that can be a pain.
And don't loosen it too much.
Yeah. Did you do that?
No.
Okay, I was going to say.
Don't loosen it too much or it won't fall off. It'll just drop and hit the catwalk, and that's not good for the light.
Yeah.
Next would... gels. We don't use a lot of gels. Our gels kind of suck.
Yeah, they do.
But to get or remove a gel, you see this little thing right here? Well, what you do is you kind of
out and up.
Push it out to the left, well, from this point of view to the left, then up, and that comes out, then the gel just will slide in or out. And gels kind of suck, we don't really use them that
Also,
much.
I'd advise not doing it with lights on. You can, but you might burn yourself once or twice.
For all of this light positioning stuff, if you find my gloves, good job. I don't know where they went. I either lost them or someone stole them. But,
yeah, it happened to my gloves too, so.
Next, gobos. Some of you saw me play with gobos for Talent Ambush.
Gobos are fun.
Gobos were fun. There are lights that are already set up to have gobos put in, but for putting gobos in, you see this little screw right there, this little latch right here, there's a tall Phillips head screw there and there. Just remove one of them, and that should turn out, and you put your gobo and your gobo holder upside down to your point of view, then you just slide it in.
Honestly, I got a better way to do it. Just loosen both of them up, and you can just slide it forward, and then you can put it in. That works too.
See, next let's go to our other picture. It kind of provides a better point of view. Higher
def.
These right here, these you loosen those up and that'll allow you to bring the light farther out or in. That was something I learned a little later, just playing with it.
I didn't show you that?
No. But it just kind of focuses your light more, does weird stuff. And there's a better picture of your handle. I mean, it's not the exact same thing, but... Also, shutters. Shutters suck so much.
They are so annoying.
Never
I feel
use...
so sorry for you.
Never use shutters. But if you do, it's also similar to gobos. Everything's flipped. So your left side is actually your right side of your light, your top is actually your bottom. And what that does is that pretty much makes lines blocking out the light. So,
like, you'll have a circle, and then...
you could turn it into a square.
Yeah. A square, sort of.
So you don't have lights everywhere. I guess...
Go ahead.
I guess next on the list, well, first those are your handles for moving it, of course. Really the last thing with positioning lights is changing a bulb. Wear gloves.
Do not touch that glass.
If you touch the bulb and you turn the light on, the bulb will explode. The oil from your hands overheats and makes the bulb explode.
I did teach you that, didn't I?
No.
I thought
we never changed... You and I never changed lights.
I could have sworn you and I changed light bulbs.
No.
We didn't do it.
But when you change a bulb, like I said, wear gloves that put a t-shirt over your hands, something, because you cannot touch the bulb.
Yeah.
But to change a light bulb, you have a little screw right there. You loosen that up, and then you could just pull this right off.
The entire thing just pop.
And I don't have a picture for this, but I know what the inside looks like. You got a circle, you got your light, but on your light there are little... Well, you've got your light bulb, then you've got like the power supply watt thing for the light bulb.
Then you got the clamps.
Then you got clamps. And what you got to do with these clamps is you got to push them together right here in the middle where they're not on the light, then lift them up. And then you just slide the light bulb out, and for the next bulb there are little... On the light bulb, they're...
Flanges. I'll call them flanges.
The lights, this is terrible, but you get the idea. But on the sides of the light bulbs, they're a little like...
Flanges.
Sure. And you just make sure those line up there. Then you just slide the new bulb in, put the clamps back, and just re-screw it back in. If you get more light bulbs, that's great for you.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm jealous.
I was out of light bulbs by the time I left, so...
And also, this is all for an ETC ellipsoidal?
Yes.
Light, which...
Right.
Oh, for the bazookas?
Bazooka!
The bazookas are the big spotlight ones. All the processes are the same. It even uses the same light bulbs. The process is entirely
Since when?
the same.
That's why I never replaced the bulbs. They weren't supposed to, they didn't use the same bulbs.
Well, they worked for me.
Oh god.
Don't use the same bulbs then. I don't know.
They just have different model numbers. That's why I never used them. That's why I never changed them.
But one thing is, if you guys ever get LED lights, we're
Oh,
jealous. Because LED lights are great.
I will come back if you ever get LED lights. I'll just say, screw it, I'm coming back. Going back to high school.
Oh my crap. I don't have a picture of this, but scrim lights. Scrim lights are fun.
I love scrim lights.
The scrim is a pain to set up, but it's that white sheet in the very back of the curtains that goes all the way to the back. You'll use it for musicals and talent ambush.
I mastered that shit.
I used them for noises off. I took the gels out, because in the second act of noises off, the set is turned around. Mm-hmm. So we wanted like stage lights to look like there were lights on the front of the stage, so I just took the scrim and took the gels out.
That's pretty cool. That's a pretty good idea.
It was a last second deal, but it worked. But scrim, you can only put 3 of those scrim lights in the same cord.
That's definitely...
You cannot attach all the scrim lights to the same cord and plug them in the same place.
You will blow the breaker. You will blow the breaker. I did that once. Don't do it.
So you'll have your... So you have 3 scrim lights. You'll have 3 scrim lights over here, 3 on the other side. Whichever way you plug them in, I think... Let's see if that's the shop door. There'd be one there. There'd be one there. Plug-ins. That's usually the easiest way to do it.
That's the way I always did it.
Scrim lights, you kind of have to play with when you're plugging them in.
Yeah, you gotta make sure all the colors are linked together.
Yeah, because top goes with top, middle goes with middle, bottom goes with bottom. I'm saying that and I still don't myself quite understand it, because I would look at the scrim lights, I would line them up perfectly, plug them in, and it would still not work.
I would always get them backwards.
But that just takes some playing around with. Your scrim lights are lights... I believe it starts at 168 and it goes all the way up to 190 something. But those...
yeah. I remember, it's been so long.
Oh yeah, one positioning lights. Have fun positioning light 1. Because light 1 is a light out of Miss Box's room. And it doesn't have these nice little handles.
What I did with light 1 most of the time, because it's also very bad at just lighting in general.
Oh yeah, the light sucks.
Like, if you ever... For like musicals and they want lighting on the pit, put it on pit. Put that one on the pit because it's great for that. Because nobody ever notices it, and it's a good lighting light, sort of.
It's not much more to scrim, but other light.
Bazooka light.
Bazooka lights, they're like position spotlights, pretty much. You saw me use them a couple times. They're really...
Is that you have a picture?
Oh, yeah. This is a bazooka light. It's very low res, but as you can see, it's the same light just with a new front end on the front.
Personally, I hated moving them because they just scared me whenever I moved them. I was afraid it was going to fall off or something.
But yeah, bazooka lights, they're like small mini spotlights. The lights on the sides of the auditorium.
Did you ever get to reposition those?
Nope, I didn't. I wanted to.
I wanted to too.
But they're on the side of your stage. If I believe right, these are lights 80 through 89, and the ones on the left are 90 through 99, I believe. I'm not sure.
You would know better than that than I would, because I don't remember. It's been too long.
But when you don't have light bulbs, you have to use those lights. And to position them, you have to either get on the lift or a very tall ladder. So...
A very tall ladder is a terrible thing. Don't do it with a very tall ladder unless you absolutely have to.
Good luck if you have to position those lights.
Ever.
May God have mercy on you. Other lights. There are a few lights on the top of the stage for downlighting. Those are lights 100 to about 150, I believe, if I remember right. They're at the top of the stage. Most of them are work lights. Only a few of them are these nice...
Did you ever replace all the work light bulbs? Either?
No.
No.
Just so you know, the work lights are those little tiny square
Squares.
lights, and they're supposed to be used instead of the normal lights for when we're on stage, like building sets and stuff, but we don't care.
They're all dead anyway.
They're all dead anyway. There's only like one that works, but... Oh, right, changing a light bulb. Turn off the lights and unplug the light you're changing a bulb. I did that once.
I feel... What? You... Oh my god.
No, I didn't change the bulb with it. I didn't change the bulb with it on. I took it out, realized it was plugged in, then I unplugged it, and it made a giant flash, and it scared me.
Yeah, it does that.
So, unplug and turn off the lights you're changing bulbs on.
Yes,
That
please.
is quite important.
Because, you know, getting shocked isn't very fun.
Positioning lights, probably the second easiest thing to lights. The first easiest thing, I don't know if that was grammatically correct, but the easiest thing would be this nifty-difty little spotlight we have.
I put that together, by the way.
We have another one that's not put together, but...
Because we're missing a piece. Maybe you can convince Boxa to do it, because I never was able to get that piece, because I was never able to.
They're not going... the stupid webcams... Well, I guess they can kind of see. They can see the important stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, but with the spotlight, very simple. You flip these two switches up, and it turns on. Very, very loud, however.
Luckily, it's at the back.
These are on both sides of the booth. Playing with these. This one changes the shape, I believe, of the light. This one focuses it more, I believe. Because we were playing around with it in Talent Ambush, focusing and changing.
I don't think
It's either
it changes.
one of these, like it makes it like a star shape.
No, that's what the handles are for.
No, one of these does like it makes it into a weird.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. I think it's that
it is
one.
the back one. It's the back one.
So that one makes that weird star shape. I don't know what you'd use it for except for, well, playing with it, making shapes. This one focuses it more. So if you want a hard spotlight, you can move it
all the way forward.
All the way forward. You want a kind of glowy, not very defined spotlight, move it back. Color-wise?
Internal gels. Yeah.
No, let's do these knobs
Handles?
at first.
Handles? Alright. The knobs.
Now, pretty much the knobs just... I forgot which two of the black ones are which, but one of them makes it a rectangle horizontal, one makes it rectangle vertical.
I don't remember what the red one does.
The red one changes the size.
Oh, right.
So the red one's the only one you play around with, really. It just changes the size, make it like that or that. That it doesn't make that shape. The next thing would be gels. Pretty much you see all these beautiful colors pretty much what you do. You just push one of those down, and it will give you that color.
Or all of them down.
Or all of them down. This thing's kind of a pain to open. Thanks, Flynn. It's kind of held together. All those gels are kind of held to get it in there poorly.
Yeah,
Pins.
The
gels didn't
they were
come
always
with
put together poorly. I know. I put
the
them
gels
together.
didn't come with the stuff to put them in, so there are a few held together in pins, and one of them I have held together with a paper clip.
Wait, did you guys not find the extra pins?
No.
No. I thought they left them in the drawer. Oh well.
But to get in there when one of these gels falls out, because they most likely will, is you unscrew these knobs up here. They're very, very easy to unscrew.
You did it easier than I did. I made it difficult on myself.
Oh.
I just left the knobs on and stuck them in that way. Good job.
Then you unlatch these latches. Then the thing opens up. Then pretty much what one of these gels looks like is it's like that, and it'll have like screw holes. Well, not screw holes, but like pinholes. And you have your colored gel. Hopefully you know what a gel looks like. If not, it's like a thin piece of colored plastic.
Yeah.
Then you just fit it on there, put the pins in each one of these, and put it back.
By the way, they don't smell good when they burn.
No. But then to put this back on, you just push it back down. You have to finagle with the handles to make them fit again, but then you relatch it, attach those, and Spotlight's really easy.
America.
Sure. Spotlight's literally the easiest thing you could do with lights.
I played with that thing so much when we got it. I was like, yes, we finally got a spotlight.
I loved playing with it. But the last thing is the thing that's not so fun about lights.
Honestly, I was so happy when I got to work with the light board. I enjoyed it. It's just tedious. Very, very tedious.
Okay. So, start off simple. There's your power button. There, you turn the light board on. You have two monitors. The one on the right is all your lights. The one on the left is where you record your cues.
You moved the monitors.
What?
You moved the monitors. They were both on one side at one point. Huh.
No, we have one right here and one right here.
Yeah.
This isn't an actual picture.
Oh.
This isn't our light board. Well, it is the same light board as ours, but it isn't, these, pretty simple. Pretty much the first 4 sets are single lights.
Also programmable.
Also programmable. So, you probably can't even see this right now, but like your first
Light
switch, that's light 1. Your next one, light 2. You don't really have to play with these, but this one right here is the only one you'll play with, probably, and that is light 250. That is your house lights.
Yeah.
Yay, house lights.
Yeah, house lights.
Another thing just with these dials is, like the soundboard, these actually have levels. I found that out the hard way.
Yeah.
Right up there, it has programmable levels, so you can switch through programs. So.
Yeah. Turn it, and then instead of these being 1 through 40, it'll be 41 through 80.
Yeah, Revoiced screwed with me on that because they changed it to one of those channels, and I couldn't turn a light off when I was trying to program lights, and the light wouldn't turn off. So it finally took me playing with it to realize that's usually on Submasters.
Someone tried to do that to me, but I had already played with it, so I already knew that.
That's usually on Submasters. But that's all of that. Oh boy. Programming lights. The most fun button you can have, though, is this blackout light. Just press it and just all lights turn off. And screw with people.
Just make sure you unpress it.
Yeah, make sure you unpress it.
Unpress it? Is that? I don't know if that'll work well.
When you're programming lights, always make sure you have presets turned off, or it will record the preset along with it, and then that just screws up everything. A lot of these buttons I haven't played with. Most of them I don't even think do anything. But from what I usually have is the live button is always turned on. The green light's usually always on live.
all the other buttons are like super advanced stuff. Like I started playing with it and I was like, nope, this is too crazy. I don't need this.
Don't pay attention to those, or those, or those.
Yeah, don't press the format button.
Yeah, don't mess with any of that. I never did. Okay, so simple. Recording cues. So first you're going to turn on your lights. So if we wanted house lights up, we'd press 2, 5, 0. Then that just selected which light we want, but then you have to choose how bright you want the light, which after you press your numbers, you press at. Most lights we put at 75.
Because running most lights at 100 is very bad for them.
Unless, again, you don't have very many light bulbs like I did, and which some occasions called for me turning all lights on at full and killing everyone on stage with how
and the
hot
lights
it got.
themselves.
And the lights themselves. For house lights, you're fine going at full. At full will be just full power, 75% obviously. Play around with some of the percentages, because some lights are more powerful than others, so you can tell the difference between them. So, especially if you're using scrim lights, some will overpower your scrim and you won't see those lovely colors.
Yeah. Learn that the hard way.
But you just turned on a light. Good job.
Yay!
You can put on... Now, if you want to add more lights at once, like you want... let's see if I can remember. I believe light 15 was a bazooka. I think 23 was bazooka. I can't even remember. But you want both those bazookas on.
15 was definitely bazooka. Yeah.
But what you do is you press your first light. Then you can press this nifty little plus button. Then your next light. And then you turn them on at full. Don't actually turn them on at full, but I'm just showing you an example. And you just turn 2 lights on.
Boom. Yeah, 2 lights on. Good job.
But screw that plus button, because
turn
you
them
have
all on!
Because, well, I guess, before we get to the mouse, if you want just, like, the second row of lights, like you have the second row of lights on the catwalk positioned...
to 32. 24 to 32.
Got 24... Doesn't it go up to 50, though?
Yeah, but just say 32.
To 32, I already clicked the 2 button. But you click your first light, then you'd press through, then you'd press your next light, and it would turn all those lights that you just activated on. You put them at however hot you want, and it'll turn all those lights on. But screw all of that. You know what makes your life easy? The mouse. Because you can just go... Wait, I got that backwards. Your monitor on the left is your lights, and the monitor on your right is the cues.
Yeah.
But you use the mouse, you can just move it over to your light, to the light monitor, and you can just click on lights, and then just do at 75. When you click on a light, it'll select it, and that just makes your life a lot easier than...
It really does.
Than sitting here and pressing, okay, I want light 25.
Now, it's a lot better
Plus,
for multiple lights. Like,
plus 47, plus...
Like, if you want all the lights on, the through button saves your life,
But that just makes life easier.
Yeah.
Okay, your clear button will obviously make you go backwards. When you're recording a cue, you just entered all the lights how you want it.
Yeah.
What you're going to do, press record, cue.
And a number of the cue.
You want it as record cue 1. Then it'll pop up on the left side, your record cue. You press enter twice. Press enter twice, and that'll record your cue. Then next after you record your cue would be setting up your time for your cue. Time button right here, you press it once, that's how long it takes for the lights to go up.
Yeah.
So you do time, then you just press your number, it'll be in seconds, so if you want 5 seconds, you just hit time 5. Default is 5, so I don't know why I just used 5 as an example.
That was terrible.
But usually I use 2.
Yeah,
2's a good.
That's what I used.
Unless you want something instant, at which case time 0. But when you press time twice, you've got downtime, and that's how long it takes for the lights to go down.
For a good fade, I typically did about 10 for a real good fade.
So I didn't really, unless scenes wanted to fade out, I mainly use this, I noticed, for like intermissions.
Yeah.
Like, you want stage lights to go down pretty quick, but then the house lights to
Come up.
slowly kind of come up after a while. So you just kind of got to play around with the time, finding what you like and what looks right.
Yeah.
Other buttons. Your go-to cue button. You just
Very
go,
handy.
After you record your first... Wait, before we get to that, record a second cue. When you record your first cue, on that same cue, enter your next light stuff, then record cue 2. Or just record
or
cue 2.
1.1 or whatever. You just make sure it's not
You can do
syncing.
decimals. You can do decimals.
I always
so
do decimals. So.
decimals are very handy if you're like not sure if you wanted a light there or not. So let's say you did record Q1, then you did record Q2, but you forgot to add a blackout, so you record Q 1.5 or 1.01.
Yeah.
However you want to save space and organize it. After you record your cue, though, you have a nice little label button to label your cue. So on your right side of your right monitor, just if you want it to say blackout, you hit label, then on your nifty keyboard, type in blackout and hit enter, and you just labeled your light. Good job.
Yeah.
Any more stuff? Go to cue. This will just maneuver you around your cues. Press go to Q2 and hit enter, and you'll go to Q2.
Or Q54. Makes your life easy. Don't gotta scroll through them all.
Other stuff like effect and delay and
Update.
stuff like that, I have no idea what it does.
Oh, delay? Delay is like
Never played around with delay.
delay is like when you hit the button, it goes through the time on the delay, and then it comes up. So like you.
So it's just delaying how.
Yeah, it delays how long lights go up or go down or whatever.
So it's like your time button, just it doesn't turn anything on.
Yeah.
Okay.
Update doesn't really work, so just go with the record. Just re-record a cue, delete a cue, and re-record it.
Be careful when you go backwards with cues. Sometimes if you go backwards and you record a cue before another cue, it screws up everything. Like, let's say you only wanted light 45 on cue 3.
Oh man, oh.
You've got to make sure if you don't want that light anywhere else that you turn it off everywhere else on every other cue. And if you have to go backwards to like Q2 and turn on a light,
You're gonna be here for an hour.
You're going to have to go backward or forwards, I guess, through all those other light cues and turn that light off for every single one.
It sucks.
Very careful moving cues. I mean, to move a cue, you can pretty much just record it somewhere else. But keep in mind that's like we just said, that's going to screw up all your other light cues.
Yeah.
So with scrim, that'll make colors not be where they're not supposed to be. It's dumb. Save a cue, or not save a cue, but save your show overall. If you're starting a new show, you're going to have to go to this little button right here. It looks like that. It's on your left monitor. It'll pop up, and if you're wanting to start a completely... Well, wait. If you're going to make a new set of cues, I guess is what I'm saying, is you're going to have to go to a different file, open it up, and delete all those cues, which to do is just delete button here, cue, delete 1 through all. And you'll rename it when you save. Save, again, you go to this button, save as for the first one, of course, and you save it as what you want to name it, and then you can just press save, all kinds of stuff. You'll see our shows we programmed in there.
Yeah.
You can use them if you want.
Oh, handy little trick for like if you want to use the same lights over and over. So like you have like all your lights on, you can put like on one cue. You can press the copy to button right above the block. You can press that. You'll copy that cue and then type in like another cue. You'll copy that cue to another cue, and you can have the exact same cue. If that makes any sense.
You know, I tried doing something like that for...
I do it for blackouts mostly.
No, I did it... what did I do it for? It was for Talent Ambush. It was a song... Give Me Some Lovin'. I had this... Their hands and stuff were just kind of bouncing back and forth the entire time.
Mm-hmm.
So I had the red scrim, half of it on, then it just bounced back and
That's
forth.
pretty cool.
And I wish I had that copy to button, because I tried playing around with it other ways. I tried doing it record cue, I think it was like 70,
Oh, man.
71 plus 73 plus 75 plus 77 plus 79, and that didn't work.
No,
It didn't work. It just kept one cue the entire time. So what I ended up doing was sitting there for like an hour, just record cue, next one, record, go backwards, record cue. Oh, that's an important button.
That copy to button is very handy.
But this is, no, that's a terrible arrow, but your go button.
Go button.
That's how you go to your next cue. When I was first learning in programming how to do lights, I just kept doing go to cue, next one.
Oh, man.
I didn't do that in a show, though. Boxa eventually showed me, hey, Jordan, you just press this go button and you go to the next one.
I didn't show you anything, did I?
Not programming-wise, no.
It's too busy programming.
You press go fast enough, you can skip cues. If you need to go backwards...
Or if you need to stop a light as it's already going up. Because you're like, oh crap, I actually pressed go, stop. There you go.
Stop button, right here. And if you need to go backwards, right there.
Press it again.
But that's going forward in your cues and stopping your cues. Any of this other stuff, I recommend just playing with, really. Because I never...
Like, that little, that one on the thing, it's all your lights.
All your lights.
Yeah.
Black out all your lights.
Or at least it should be.
Mess with people. No, if you really want to mess with people, blackout button and spotlight.
Yeah.
Blind people with that spotlight. It's really fun.
Fun.
No, it was fun during talent ambush because people would walk up to the booth would be like during the practices. I'd be on the spotlight and they'd walk to the booth and they'd just walk in front of the spotlight. Just So I'd have a little laugh every time they just walked by and you just see them clench their eyes like ow, because it's blinding.
I used to play light shows with the scrim, just like do like 40 lights would go up. You're like, haha.
Scrim lights are so fun.
Yeah.
I feel like there's more to say about scrim lights.
With scrim lights, the percentages really matter on the light colors.
Oh yeah, you can get different colors with lights. I wrote down 2 lights in the Techie notebook, which should be in the drawer, the first drawer, right next to the light board on the light side.
I started that.
He started that. I passed it down again at ceremony. It was really sad. I added two colors to it that I found in my experimenting, and that was a hot pink and a purple, which I used from Legally Blonde.
I've never found a hot pink. Good job. I found the purple, never found the hot pink.
But, see, you just gotta play around with the percentages and colors, play around with your color wheel, finding different colors, how powerful those colors are. But, those are fun to mess with. Other things. There's really not... There's really not much to this, guys.
It's the thing with it is it's very, very tedious. You could sit there for hours.
It takes forever. Before the musical, I was getting all those cues, and I literally got out of my entire school day, and I was back here in the booth programming like cues all day. And would still not be done.
The last talent ambush I did, which was the one before this last one, I spent a good 3 days, and I had Boxer for 3 hours of the day. I spent 3+ days just doing light cues.
I had Boxa for 3 hours of the day as well.
Awesome. So I spent a long time doing cues.
I had like 4 days to do light cues for talent ambush.
Yeah, I had 4 weeks.
Yeah, you had a ridiculous amount of time. So
I was glad. So
I was quite proud of what I did for talent ambush for the time I was given. Which time is wonderful.
It is. But
time is great.
But hey, not having time is a fantastic motivator.
Dude, stress. You wanna be a techie? Learn to convert that stress into work power. That's what I did. Because when you're stressed, you're getting stuff done. You're not gonna say, "Oh, I'll do it later." You're like, "No, I'm doing this now. I need to do this."
I'm naturally like that, so I mean, I never have that problem. But yeah, it's fun. Being a techie is really fun because you basically control the show. Everything about the show is pretty much up to you. Of course, you're also uncredited, but we're not gonna I mean,
we're not going to complain. We're not going to complain too much to you.
I mean, we both got Thespian of the Year, so, I mean, that obviously means something.
I guess one other thing is your little headset. That headset sucks, but it's in your drawer with the Techie notebook, first drawer. It's horrible to wear, but...
Actually, no, the one I have to wear.
If you watch this, Radar, you don't use your headset, so I always had to be on the headset, which was awful. But headset looks like that, or its pack looks like that. This first button is your talk button, that's really all you need, and off to the side is your little power volume dial. You turn it. But your headset, you press talk, and you talk to the stage managers with the headsets and listen to the panic going on. My favorite moment with the headset was during Legally Blonde, when I heard over the headset, "We lost the dog." I just heard, they had their mics on, they had their headsets on, and I was just listening to them just freak out to each other that they lost the dog during intermission. That was quite funny. With this headset, you can listen to funny stuff going on backstage. Sometimes it's panic, sometimes it's just funny.
Unfortunately, normally I was a stage manager, or at least I was acting as a stage manager, so I was panicking. I was making them panic, because they weren't doing their jobs right. So I was making them work.
But that's your lifeline from the booth to the stage managers.
Although, there's another way. Instead of just wearing the headset, you can just turn on the, mic on the inside. Turn on the...
Oh, that too. You could have Radar set that up as speakers. And if you want the window, you can close the window if people are using mics, and you can just have the mics play through in the booth, and they won't hear you in the audience.
I always close the window just so I could yell randomly if something happened.
Talk to people and whatnot. Talk to your buddy. But, I don't know much about sound. I guess I can talk about that stupid projector. Until they get that stupid projector fixed, your only port that works for the projector that I know of is the one in the booth to the left of the soundboard. Besides that, the ones on the front of the stage do not work.
Yeah.
What you'll need to do is, I have no idea the name of the cord it is. I mean, I'm a computer person, but I don't know the name of the cord. But it's the stupid cord. It looks like this. It's got the little...
Why can't I remember what it's called?
Has little dials on the side. But you'll need that. And what you'll do is...
It's like a video. It's kind of like a video cable, but kind of not.
Yeah, it's like a video cable. And what you'll do is, if you're playing a presentation, you'll plug one end into your laptop and the other end onto the left side of the light board. You'll see a little outlet thing. It'll say Comp 1 on it. It'll have this thing, and it'll also have an auxiliary cord for sound. They don't look like that, but you get it. And those cords are connected, and you plug those both into your computer. To turn the projector on, there's literally a giant button called projector on, screen down, mute. Mute keeps the projector on, but doesn't show the picture, but if you keep it on mute for too long, the projector will just shut off, and it'll make it very awkward.
Let's assuming you can even get a projector on.
Yeah, it's tricky. If the projector on button doesn't work, get the remote out of the drawers, find the right remote, and hope that works. And if it doesn't, this projector sucks.
It is so bad.
But pretty much, then you just plug it in, you go to your slideshow or whatever you're doing, and you just play the slideshow. Hopefully it works. But yeah. We want to go over any set stuff. Don't cut plexiglass without proper face protection.
Oh my god. I can't believe you did that. I could go over set stuff all day, so we probably shouldn't go into that. Unless you have like diagrams and stuff, because then I'm just like, I'll go crazy.
Throw supports everywhere.
Yeah, supports are handy, but don't put so many that it gets too heavy and causes a collapse. That's bad.
Don't.
And double check everything Stagecraft does. Stagecraft will build very bad stairs that cause stairs to collapse on actors as they're walking up. And then that was senior year for me.
It was also my senior year. No one was on it though, but we were turning the noises offset around, and we had to lift the stairs up a little bit because they weren't on wheels, but we lifted them up and they just broke and fell off.
Yeah, we had an actress that fell and just like smashed her leg, and she was on the ground. There was a whole big panic, and I was sitting here blaming myself, and yeah, it just double check.
See, I made the other The other noises off stairs, the ones on the right side, I made sure those were good. You guys didn't feel safe on it. Made me feel bad. But they were safe. You didn't die. No one died. Second story sets, have fun with. They're so fun. Hopefully you'll never have a set as big as Noises Off, because that was insane.
Once Upon a Mattress. Boom.
Box set Noises Off is our most difficult set ever, so...
I don't know, maybe that's just because maybe she didn't remember. I don't think she was also there for like half of Once Upon a Mattress, if I recall.
Doors.
Doors
I
are
hope
fun.
you have someone that knows how to do doors correctly,
Luckily I did.
because doors are kind of vital.
Oh hey, I hope you also appreciate all those workbenches and the is there a shelf back there, shelving unit back there, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I hope you appreciate all that. Like anything made of wood back there, I made pretty much, so.
Except for the fixed screw magnet. I fixed the screw magnet. I made a casing for the screw magnet because
Good
the screw
job.
magnet broke.
Good job, Mike. Good job, my young apprentice.
Oh, why? Then Stagecraft deliberately broke it in front of my face.
I believe it.
Stagecraft sucks.
They're evil. That you will
If
literally...
you're true to theater, take Stagecraft. Give Boxa emotional help and build stuff.
Yeah.
Because you know what it needs to be. They don't.
You will sit here and fight Stagecraft every moment of your life. It is going to suck, but you know what? You're going to have to fight through it.
You're the one walking on those stairs, and if you don't feel safe, do it yourself and make yourself feel safe.
Or make sure you have somebody who actually knows how to build stuff with wood.
Yeah, that too.
Boxer got really lucky with me. She had 2 people who know how to do it, so...
We had some good people in Stagecraft that made some cool stuff.
Yeah,
We made a fire axe out of plywood.
Should me and Adam. We were fantastic at building stuff, so... Ugh.
Those stupid platforms that choir uses a lot. Those are fun to move up and down those stairs.
No, they're not.
Oh, the pit. The pit's cool. So many people screw around.
You know
with
what's
the pit.
also not fun? Getting those poles through the scrim at the bottom so you can actually hold the scrim down. That's not fun.
Yeah, no, that's, like I said when we were scrim lights, the worst thing ever to set up. I mean, that pole.
That pole.
You just want to die a little
You
bit
need at
inside.
least 3 people.
And even then, you gotta be careful, because if it gets caught on something, that scrim rips really easy. So,
Wait, you ripped the scrim?
just a little bit.
Oh my god.
I
never managed to do that.
I didn't do it.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, you ripped the scrim.
Just I was in charge of moving the curtain, and they were pushing faster than I was moving it. I'm like, stop, and they didn't stop, and it just ripped. I'm like, guys. Oh
Sad
boy.
face.
But I couldn't help but want to show you guys. Like I said, hopefully this will stay with you guys. Hopefully Box will show this to her classes. I don't know. You guys watch this on your own. If you do, thank you.
I traveled 600 miles to help make this, so hopefully that adds into account.
He's in the army, so this is kind of
Yeah, so...
I
I took time out of my leave to do this, so...
But
Yeah.
speaking kind of leave,
Love you guys.
even if you don't know me, I'm always willing to help. For these next 4 years, I will be in McPherson. You guys will most likely take some trips up there. Like, I think we took like 2 or 3 trips up there this year.
Lucky you.
So you'll see me often. And if you want help, add me on Facebook, Skype, Steam, something, and I can talk you through a lot of this. But if I can't,
They'll probably come to me.
well, if I can't, and it's really important, and I have the time to do so and gas or a ride, I can come down and help you. If you want to do something super challenging that you don't know how to do, I would love to come and help you with that. Because the thing about this is it's all about challenging yourself. You can make lights really simple. One-act lights are too simple.
Yeah.
One-act lights are boringly simple.
You,
And that's
if
no
you
fun.
get creative with it, you'll have fun with it. Take pride in it, too. If you take pride in it, you will enjoy your life in this. You will enjoy the life of a techie if you take pride in it.
Also love your scrim lights, because those scrim lights are so fun to play with.
Yeah. And it takes a lot of work to get them just the way you want them, so...
Gobos are kind of fun to play with as well.
I never
Just
liked
keep in-
Euros as much, but...
Keep in mind you have to carve them yourself.
Yeah, that's why I
so
never
either
liked them.
either get someone to carve it yourself, or get someone to carve it yourself. Get someone to carve it for you, or carve it yourself. But that, or you'd have to order professional made gobos, and those are expensive.
Ugh.
I tried to make a moving gobo.
A movie? That's interesting. How would you try that?
Well, I had a theory that if I set 3 lights up on the scrim in the exact same position...
Okay.
And
I see where you're going with this.
I put one... It's a song called It's Raining Men. Of course you know it. But they wanted lightning in the background, and I'm like, okay, I could do what you did for The Giver and just flashlights everywhere. Which is what I having to end up do. But my theory was I made a rain cloud with a lightning bolt, 2 lightning bolts. And through these 3 different gobos, the lightning bolt progressed down.
Oh, that's cool.
My theory was I could turn on each light really quickly and go back and forward, and it would make it appear to move, but unfortunately we didn't have enough lights to do that. I had 1 light to play with, and even then that should have gone somewhere more important, I imagine. We only have 2 gobo holders that work. That's about it.
On the plus side, flashing lights is really fun, so...
Yeah. If you ever see a light make a not natural light and like flashes really bright, and you don't have a light anymore, your light just burnt out.
Yeah. Also,
yeah, that scared me during the musical, because during one of the dress rehearsals, one of the lights, just like in the middle, one of the very important lights just in the middle, just made like a purple color flash and just went out.
Oh man. And make sure all of the lights are off before you leave for the weekend.
Oh yeah, preset and light board.
Yeah.
To turn the light board off, again, this button, you'll go to power down console, you click on that, you click OK, yes.
Make sure everything's saved first.
Save everything, yes, first. But turn it off, turn the preset off. Presets, your little touchpad board. If everything's still the same when you see this video, preset 1 is house lights. Preset 9 is all the stage lights. Preset 7 is all lights. House, scrim, stage lights, all lights. And it's all at full. But those are your the important presets. The other ones are just weird.
But yeah, if you leave them on for an extended period of time, Box and I came in for a set Saturday one night. And they were still on, and oh man, the theater reeked so bad. It smelled totally like it was nothing, it was just burning.
Oh yeah, if you turn lights on at full, you're killing whoever's on stage, because not only are they moving on stage, but they are burning, and it's hot.
Those lights get really hot.
So hot.
So hot.
But
that catwalk gets warm too when if the lights are on that like that.
Glove.
You climb up there? Yeah.
Gloves, man, gloves.
Gloves are a lifesaver. They don't even have to be really thick gloves, just thin gloves work too.
If you find my gloves, those were good gloves. I think they were stolen though. But I positioned talent ambushes and noises off lights without gloves. Got some burns from that, so.
Yeah, I think I still got burn scars on my hands.
Like, I went to the next hour after I positioned lights, and I'm just like, wow, my hands hurt.
Yeah, I believe it.
That's really all there is to it. I hope this is actually still recording, and I haven't run out of space.
That we haven't been just speaking like this for the last, 30 minutes.
If it's only been 30 minutes, 30 we're fine. That's about all there is to it. If you want to know more, add me on Facebook, Steam, Skype. I have a Twitter account, but I don't use it, so don't.
Or me, honestly, I'll probably answer.
Flynn. He has nothing else. If he's not driving a tank, he's not doing anything.
Yeah, really, that's the absolute honest truth. I'm not doing anything.
Play Steam all the time.
Yeah.
But that's about all there is to it. A lot of this, like I said, is just playing around with it, see how you like it best. It's about really all I can say for this, but I hope this proves helpful to you guys.
Yeah.
Somewhere along the lines, because some of you, like I said, wanted to learn how to do lights, but I was too busy doing lights myself to teach you how to do lights.
Lucky you. I never had nobody wanted to learn to do lights when I left. So
I had like four people.
Yeah, lucky.
And
you.
I love every single one of you. But
I wish you guys had been there for me.
Hopefully, if this is a good video and Box that finds it helpful, you won't even know us, because it'll be like 4 years from now and you won't know us.
To be totally honest, I still hope you would still remember us 4 years later. But I doubt it.
Reminder, if you have LED lights, we'll kill you.
I will come back. I'll just show up one day.
Those are really expensive, though. So I doubt you'll ever get them.
Yeah,
What?
like that fly system we're supposed to get.
Yeah.
Oh!
Oh. Theater budget.
What theater budget?
Exactly. You'll have less as you go along. We had a lot less. But
One acts are fantastic, they make lots of money. Everything else sucks.
musical
It's
makes
just-
a lot. Musical gets cut up between a bunch of people.
Yeah, musical is like choir and band help pay for too, so
Yeah.
that really helps. Ugh.
But
Can I think of anything else to say?
not really. All parts of tech, set building, props, everything. It's so important. You're
It is.
important.
It is everything. Like, I not to discredit the actors, but honestly, the techies make the show.
Yeah, you can't have a show if you don't have any lights.
Or
It's
set.
just a blackout the entire time. They don't see you. Oh,
And
I'm just.
you won't be able to hear the actors. You won't be able to see the actors. They won't have anything to interact with. So I mean, honestly, the techies are everything.
Improv.
That'd be about it. I love how we turned this into a techie rant.
Anyway, we'll stop there.
Yeah.
Okay, guys. So, like I said, need anything, find me. Always willing to help.
Me too. I just probably won't be able to come down.
I don't think I've ever said my name. I'm Jordan Pickrell.
I'm Jonathan Flynn.
You'll see us in the Techie book. Work on the Techie
Yes.
book. We want to come back and find that and find people working on that.
Yeah, I'm gonna come back in 4 years, and it better be like pages, just chapters. I'm like, yes, I'm so proud of my creation.
Oh, we've been recording for 51 minutes. Holy crap.
Yeah, I told you it was gonna be about an hour. You almost made your achievement. You
So
did.
I've been playing music the entire time, so I hope it's quiet enough. Anyway, enough talking. Bye guys, have fun. Thought this would be a nice little present for you, and mainly I made it because I miss you.
Adios, amigos.
See you guys, have fun.